She said, if any of you needs to go to the bathroom, please just raise your hand. And his question was simply, how will that help? Hello friends, I know that I don't need to overemphasize something that is too obvious to all of you as it is to me, that human communication is something very essential for whatever human interaction that there may be. Sometimes it may be from one person to another, from one individual to a whole group. It happens in various fashions, as we well know. The importance is that things be done with clarity for the benefit of the one receiving the messages that we want to convey. I'm reminded of a rather amusing story, which is true, of a teacher of first graders who, in the very first day of classes of a school year, while welcoming her new class, she had initially to provide instruction on certain rules to be observed during that academic year. So among all of those rules that she wanted to convey to her children, she said, if any of you needs to go to the bathroom, please just raise your hand. And that was a little strange for the little boy, who raised his hand not because he needed to go to a restroom, but to inquire of her. And his question was simply, how will that help? In other words, how can I be helped if I need to go to the restroom by raising my hand? Obviously, it gave her the opportunity of providing the full explanation of what she meant. And this is something that needs to occur with adults as well. Many times we say something that is so clear to us, but it can be totally unclear to the one receiving our message. I am also reminded of another story, which I believe to be fictitious rather than real, but it illustrates the point. It had to do with a couple that were facing some difficulties in their marital relationship. It was nothing grave, nothing that had reached the point of no return, but wise as they were, they wanted quickly to seek the aid of a professional counselor. So the appointment was made on a certain Saturday, and at the right time they found themselves in the office of that mental care provider, that counselor that was very helpful to them. Upon hearing the description of the difficulties that both of them faced in their relationship, which was minor in nature, the counselor stood from his seat, went to the lady, gave her a very, very beautiful hug, a very passionate hug. And while he was doing that, he simply looked at the husband and said, see this? That is what your wife needs every single day of the week. And the husband, having not understood as he should have understood the clarity of that message, said, but doctor, I can only bring her here on Saturdays. Obviously, it was from him that the hugs should come, that the affection needed to be demonstrated, rather than from the provider of those instructions and the one who illustrated how it should be done. All of us have occasionally difficulties in communication, both in giving it as well as receiving it. But the good thing is that we can always, as we should, inquire, what do you mean by this? What exactly did you say? Have I understood correctly? And the one communicating to the other also has the duty, many times, Would you please repeat what I just said? Or have you fully understood what I convey to you? And on that basis, we know that a good communication more than likely has occurred. And to the extent that the message has been received as it was given, we can expect good things to happen, be that in a relationship or in the action that is being required by the one conveying that message. Take to heart, do your best, and know that for any bad communication, there are always corrective measures, which should be the things to which you turn next in order to continue living the full and beautiful life that God grants to all of us in this earth. Bye-bye.